Hey YouTube, here we are back again with another reaction video. And this time we're going to be checking out the Death Battle Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh episode. And I saw people were starting to react to this, and I didn't even know this was coming out. So I was, pretty pleasantly surprised to see this Death Battle coming out. Both of these franchises have been a big part of my life when I was growing up. So I'm really excited to see who comes out on top. And personal bias, I'm kind of hoping Yugi takes this. No offense to Ash. And even though Pokemon is the franchise I actually still, kind of interact with, I have fallen off on the games pretty hard recently, but I have been getting into the Pokemon card game. And it's the exact opposite with Yu-Gi-Oh! I fell off on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pretty hard with a lot of the new mechanics. I just wasn't really feeling it. I feel like the power creep in the card game just, way took over. But I was, even now I would say I was way more into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game than I have been into the Pokemon card game. So I'm really interested to kind of see what they do with this, how exactly they're going to make them battle, I guess. But yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's see what Death Battle cooked with on this episode.
Right, Pikachu?
Don't get ahead of yourself.
All right. Pikachu taking on Dark Magician.
Ketchum versus YuGiOh.
The biggest question from the playground. Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Like,
This is a big episode. Just look at how long it is. So thanks to our sponsor, Mad Mushroom, for helping us make it happen.
Mad
Yeah,
Mushroom.
go check out Mad Mushroom's newest game, Night Swarm. It just launched and it's
Huh,
all about
I've never heard of this
Collect
developer.
companions and claim your throne as Vampire Lord in this survivor-like and roguelike RPG. Double the like.
Each run is another step on your journey to wipe out hordes, find new followers, unlock new quests, and look cool while doing it. Look at that gear.
Night Swarm is on Steam now. and
Okay, so is that just like
15% off
Vampire
for a limited
Survivor upgraded essentially? With more
time. Hello
steps?
there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
All the kids get their first one at age 10. If you don't sleep in like Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town.
Ash wanted to be a Pokemon master.
Okay, hold on. I just want to check out some of the stats they got going on here for Ash. Age 10 for 25 plus years. Yep. Okay, so Ash Ketchum Day, September 15th. Okay, interesting.
Though he didn't really know what that meant yet.
How about taking down your rivals to be the very best, like no one ever was? Better than
Oh, so full disclosure, I haven't seen all of the Pokemon anime. I don't remember where I stopped watching. I remember watching the original run. But I don't know where I fell off of on the Pokemon anime. Yeah, no, it's been years. I really didn't watch it. In terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, I saw all of Battle City. I never saw when the Pharaoh went like back in time or whatever. I missed that, but I did see GX. And what was the one after GX? I really didn't watch 5Ds. I think I tried to watch 5Ds and just couldn't. But I did see base Yu-Gi-Oh up to Battle City, and I saw quite a bit of GX, and I think that's really about it in terms of the actual anime. So
Gary and his dumb groupies.
Well, Ash knew he'd find his answers at the Pokemon League tournament.
So Oak hooked him up with the electric mouse, Pikachu, and went, he's your problem now, stupid.
Pikachu was a lot.
yeah,
The new duo had a rocky start, but after an intense first day together, the rest, as they say, is history.
25 seasons, over
Jeez.
1,200 episodes, and the cornerstone of 2000s culture. Ash spent decades as a 10-year-old on the great Pokemaniac journey.
We should note we are prioritizing the anime that Ash is from, which often differs from the original games that inspired it.
Ash is equipped with tons of Pokeballs and an all-knowing Pokedex. That's also a Pokemon. But in a fight, Ash usually chooses Pikachu. Give the yellow red enough voltage.
Okay, so what's this? Type oh, this is Pikachu stats. Yeah, no, Pikachu's way overpowered for what he should be.
and
All
you'll
right.
regret it. Even ground types.
He knows
that
more
would
than
be
4
immune
moves.
to
That should be
electric
illegal.
attacks in the games can't stop what this Pikachu dishes out.
Yet somehow Ash is just fine after repeatedly getting zapped by this same electricity. Over time, Pikachu learned Volt Tackle, Electro Web, Electro Ball, and
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! The perfect attack for OHKOing flamboyant thieves in air balloons. Looks like they're blasting off again.
so clearly the anime doesn't follow the game rules. Like when Pikachu
Nope.
shot himself with his own thunder while on Swellow, who,
What?
you know, is vulnerable to lightning.
But somehow
Wait, it made him golden? What? See, this is why I couldn't take the anime seriously. They just did whatever they wanted.
they used thunder as a super armor. He even learned how to deflect attacks by just spinning really fast. Whee!
Speaking of fast, Pikachu has intercepted lightning, but Quick Attack increases that speed even more.
And his Iron Tail really pairs well with Ash's offensive style. The guy plays crazy, opting for big damage over stalling.
Ash's style is so unusual that when a robot scanned his tactics, it exploded.
As the great philosophers put it, if it works, is it still stupid?
Ash and Pikachu's bond is magnetic and brought them new allies. Misty, Brock, Serena, just to name a few. Underneath the stubbornness and crispy bikes, they are loyal friends.
Just like Ash's Pokemon. They're not just collecting dust in a shiny hunting box. Ash's League ID won't let him carry more than 6 at a time, but if he needs them, they'll all come running.
Water types like Squirtle and Lapras are key in seafaring fights, and Ash can combine their water attacks with Glalie Ice Beam.
One time, his Weasel got frozen while using Aqua Jet, which is fine. Now he's using Ice Aqua Battering Ram.
Grass
Wait, it. So they froze him and he kept on attacking. Okay, yep, that checks
types
out.
like Bulbasaur and Torterra induce status effects and heal with synthesis.
But Sceptile's a menace. Yeah, so you got a big, scary Darkrai. Eat this Leaf Blade, Smeargle victim! Or that's what I would say if Tobias didn't action replay a frickin' Latios. Give my man a win, 4Kids.
Well, 4Kids just did the localization. They didn't
Yup.
rate the show.
They just get me heated. Almost as much as in
That's right, 4Kids. The reason why Sanji doesn't smoke in the original One Piece here in the US.
Burnape's Flare Blitz. Then I'll set my Inferno to overdrive, get my revenge, and Incineroar. Haha!
Ash had a fiery passion for reaching the top ASAP, but Charizard wasn't on board. Pursuing pride over packs, Ash lost the Viridian Force for the trees and fumbled the Indigo League.
Harsh lesson, but one he needed. Ash started bonding with Pokemon at a deeper level, and
Grass
that
types,
friendship
Bulbasaur,
motivated them to
Bayleaf.
dodge light speed moves like Solar Beam and Psybeam.
Charizard came around too. He's the last one you want to see on the field.
Okay, so just a bone to pick here, I guess, with Death Battle. Why does everyone have light speed? Everyone can just dodge everything at light speed, apparently. You dodge one laser, boom, you're on light speed level.
Even if you have a Blastoise like Gary, Ash will call for the most unexpected signature move.
Seismic Toss! The people's elbow of Pokemon. Charizard's so
The people's
strong, it's
elbow of
late for
Pokemon.
Melt's boulders. The Pokemon world is
Yo,
wild.
don't hug
Ash's
that.
Pokedex spells it out. Vanillix causes blizzards. Magikarp leaps over mountains and into space. Dusknoir pulls souls into the spirit world.
Oh, and Pikachu cleared a storm as wide as an island. Gotta catch 'em all. Surfetch, Butterfree, Heracross, Scraggy, Lycanroc, Palpitoad, Torkoal, Snivy.
With new regions soar new flying types like Pidgeot. On land, Ash has physical offense like Melmetal and Crocodile, and Gibble will drop Draco Meteors on anyone, but mainly Piplup.
You want physical? Look at Ash. This twerp somehow carried around a Cosmoem, which canonically weighs over a ton. Oh, and this huge log that's basically a whole tree, he chucked it like it was nothing.
Okay, I was about to go into questioning the Cosmo thing, because like, how do we know that thing's just not floating? You know, like he's picking it up in the sense where it's just manipulating its weight. But the log, I got nothing against the log. I don't. 885 pounds. I mean, I guess he did try to throw hands with Mewtwo, so.
Ash can choose his own hands if he wants, and he
There
does
we
a
go.
lot. Maybe his secret is watching the Minnesota Vikings.
Resilience is the bare minimum to HMO1 cut it in the tall grass. Humans and Pokemon must protect and enrich each other's lives.
Like Mimey, the Mr. Mime back home who mind boggles you with reflect.
Not
light
Mr. Mime,
screen, and
please
psychic.
not.
Yep, that Mr. Mime, the stepdad who Ash
Wait, was Mr. Mime's Ashes? I thought I know he lives with Ash's mom, but did Ash catch Mr. Mime? I I don't remember that anymore. It's been so long that I always thought that well, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how he got there. I just figured his mom found him or something like that. Huh.
Caught in a Pokeball and brought home. Oh, so that's how it works.
Ash figured out new ways to bond.
I mean,
with
at
his
least he's a
pals with
solid
Aurora.
wingman, I guess.
It's a life force that interacts with souls and links Ash with Lucario.
This Jackal excels at CQC and shoots steel beams and aura spheres. And with Mega Evolution, Lucario's power surges enough to defeat champion Cynthia's Garchomp.
A Mega would have been handy at the Safari Zone.
The gun
Ash
episode.
accidentally caught 30 Tauros, and he keeps hugging them. Ash, they're
Wait, did they still keep bringing back the Tauros? I actually love that he caught those.
But boy, does it suck to see him lose the Pokemon League over and over again. Kid, just turn the hat backwards and lock in.
Ash's strength is not in battle theory, but
Nope.
his nurtured bonds. He knows Pokemon feelings better than anyone. With Greninja, Ash
Does he
learned to
though?
synchronize their senses and movements, transforming him into Ash Greninja.
It comes with a huge power increase, but there's a catch. Ash shares Greninja's pain. A small price to pay for the ultimate water shuriken.
Ash Greninja ran the ones with Champion Diantha's Mega Gardevoir, and just a normal Gardevoir can conjure.
Okay, so I keep seeing them bring up the Pokedex. Are we sure that's the most reliable piece of information in the Pokemon world? Because it has some absolutely absurd Pokemon entries. Like Macargo, isn't it like he's as hot as the surface of the sun, or that Larvitar and Tyranitar just take down mountains consistently? Like I just think we shouldn't be using the Pokedex at face value. We should probably be fact checking at least some of the entries in that Pokedex. I just, maybe there's a bit of a bias there.
black holes.
Ash's Pokemon and teamwork get along like rice balls and jelly-filled donuts. They saved
Jelly-filled
the world
donuts.
from Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants, the Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone.
Hold on, what'd that say? Did I go
Balls
too
and
far?
Jelly-filled donuts. They saved the world from Lysander, who tried to kill all life. They fought the giants, the Reggie kind, not the New York ones, who halted Reggie Gigas, who can tow.
According to legend, Reggie Gigas has towed continents using ropes. How? What rope was strong? I'm more impressed by the rope than I am at Reggie Gigas on that one.
Entire regions.
Ash's team battled Steven Stone and Alon, who fought the terraforming primal forms of Groudon and Kyogre.
Ah, don't get me started on Alon. Ash,
I have
did
no idea who that is.
Everything right, but no, Greninja still lost to his Charizard after only getting hit 3 times. How does Blast Burn beat Water Shuriken? Get your type charts right, poor kids.
Yeah, that
Looks like
sounds
4Kids
absurd.
weren't even around anymore when this aired. Regardless, after his loss at Kalos, Ash traveled to Alola and beyond to train. And thanks to some really delicious soup, his new Gengar Gigantamaxed.
Hide you,
Yo, Ash got a Gengar? That's actually kind of cool. I was not aware that he ever had a Gengar and that it could Gigantamax.
Gengar. He haunts foes with G-Max Terror, or even swallows them up. I bet it smells nasty in there.
Ash and Pikachu also scored a buff with their Z move. All they need is a power ring, some JoJo poses, and Thunderbolt will evolve into
10 million volt Thunderbolt! This Rainbow Lightning is their ace. You see this coming? You're cooked. Absorb electricity? Cooked. Fused with an Ultra Beast? Cooked.
Ash journeyed so much that monsters from another dimension are nothing to him. Naganadel is a poisonous sniper, and Solgaleo is basically the sun god, a legendary Pokemon whose Sunsteel Strike lights.
Wait, Ash actually caught a Solgaleo? Do I need to actually catch up with the Pokemon anime? Is it worth it? How many episodes did they say it was in the beginning? I'm gonna have to double check that, but is the Pokemon anime actually worth watching? Because I know he finally won a championship, right? Like that's where it ended. I heard that. That was pretty big news. But I don't know. I fell off the Pokemon anime pretty early on. I did not have any inclinations to watch it. Again, I got most of my enjoyment from the video games. I very much enjoyed actually playing the video games. Barring Legend ZA, we're not going to talk about ZA. but he caught a Solgaleo.
Up the universe.
Ash got a god in his bag for just being a nice dude. Smell you later, Gary.
In fact, when Ash and friends band together, they can halt Dialga's roar of time. And Dialga literally controls the concept of time.
Oh,
Is there a
and I'm in
legendary Pokemon he hasn't befriended?
But it all started with Pikachu, so it was gonna end with Pikachu. In the Tournament of Champions, and Alon, Ash faced the #1 trainer. Finally, after 3,000 years, we're free!
3,000
More
years.
kids, let my boy win! Yes!
Sure. Ash did his best, and he had no regrets. Now free to hand over his torch to new bright-eyed trainers.
Ash realized that, to him, a Pokemon Master was someone who was friends with every Pokemon. So he and Pikachu threw a stick in the air and walked the way it landed, because in the world of Pokemon, the journey continues.
Okay.
If you want to travel the world like Ash or look as rad as Yugi, then we've got the threads for you.
This
Oh, is
battle
this a
sponsored
sponsor?
by Quince.
You'll like this. A bunch of Death Battle staff have owned Quint stuff for ages, so we know it's legit.
Quince makes it easy to look sharp, feel good, and find gifts that last. From Mongolian cashmere sweaters to Italian wool coats, Quince pieces are crafted from premium materials and built to hold up without the luxury markup.
Nice! This is totally a Kaiba fit right here. Just gotta pop up that collar.
Quince makes the essentials every guy needs.
Mm-hmm.
Denim, chinos, down jackets, wool top coats, and leather styles built to last.
Not sure why I
Each
wasn't
piece is made from
expecting
premium materials. Oh, and by cutting
clothing
out the
ad in
middleman
my
and
death
traditional
battle, but
markups,
sure.
Quince delivers the same quality as luxury brands at a fraction of the price. So get your wardrobe sorted.
I mean,
and
I
your
dress
gift
like a
list
hobo
handled
when I'm
with
recording
Quince.
these,
Don't
so
wait. Go to
I'm not worried about this.
quince.com/deathbattle for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/deathbattle.
Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/.
A whole year return? Okay.
Many a theorist have tried to solve the mystery of ancient Egypt. What was the secret to such a glorious civilization?
Aliens.
Travel, the divine hand. Aliens?
Aliens, there we go.
Nah, they were gamers.
They were
Egyptians
gamers.
played games.
Wait, hold on.
Aliens? Nah,
Is the pharaoh wearing what kind of shoes is the pharaoh wearing back there? Hold on, never
they
mind.
were gamers.
Egyptians played games with sorcery. These magical ceremonies punished dark hearts with swift death. The Shadow Game.
No, Wiz. They were banished to the
Mhm.
Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
Wink.
Sadly,
Thank you
the
for that,
way of
4Kids.
the Shadow Games was lost across time and the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle. It's said the one who solves the puzzle would pass judgment on evil. And
Okay, am I the only one here that thinks that puzzle probably wasn't even that hard to solve? Like, I've seen pictures of him assembling it. How difficult would it have been to assemble that puzzle?
in the modern day, YuGiMoto reassembled it and wished for a friend.
YuGiOh! Turn that jam up! Yugi was a shy kid that helped run his grandpop's game shop.
But little did he know that completing the puzzle
that's the
would link his
championship.
spirit to an ancient pharaoh.
Yami, always willing to lend Yugi a hand, and always on demon time while doing so. He's anime J.
Okay, so a bit embarrassing to admit here, I guess, but I have never seen what is this? Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0? Is that what this one is? Where like he's more evil, or like I know I've seen pictures of Kaiba where his hair is green or something like that, but I don't think I ever saw Season 0. Is there? Can you even watch that legitimately anywhere? Where can I watch that? If anybody knows where I can watch Season 0, I guess let me know, because I am a little interested in kind of seeing that. Or was it just a manga? No, I think it was they did animate that. I just don't know where to find that.
Jigsaw. Yami wants to play a shadow
Oh god,
game.
why does he look
Whether
like that?
it's griddle air hockey, Mario Party with chloroform, or the game that would take his world
What?
and ours by storm, Duel Monsters.
It's a summoner's war. Time to send monsters to the graveyard and take your foe down to 0 life points.
When Yugi's grandpa was kidnapped by the deranged CEO Seto Kaiba, Yugi knew it was time
Yeah,
to
there we
knock him
go.
down
Kaiba
the
with
only
green
way he
hair.
knows how. Playing a children's card game.
And for his L, Kaiba was given a penalty game. Lose or cheat against Yami at your own peril. With the puzzle, Yami can punish you in some seriously
Wait, puzzle abilities, barriers, clairvoyance, illusions, penalty games, probability manipulation, monster summoning, shadow game, stealing. Telepathy. Wait, what? Okay, I need to go watch season 0. I'm guessing that's where they're pulling all this from, or some of this from the manga, because I don't recall any of this stuff happening.
Messed up ways, illusions of being set on fire, swapping
What?
your soul, or the infamous mind crush.
Well, yeah, the mind
Bloody
crush
puzzle
is
does far more than force hallucinations. It brings monsters to reality, forms barriers, manipulates probability, and seals away spirits.
You can't buy this. It and 6 other Millennium items are juiced up by ghosts.
by
Despite
ghost.
Yami's retribution, Yugi wasn't aware of this darker half. Yami had amnesia, so he didn't know himself either. But after a run-in with enemy Millennium Ring user Dark Bakura and some seriously hardcore LARPing, Yugi and Yami learned each other's shtick and made the dynamic duo.
With friends Taya, Tristan, and their left leg Joey, Yugi and Yami were ready for anything.
Okay, but
Because
what did
Yugi
Tristan
had a
ever
great
actually do in the
early
show?
deck. Monsters for offense, spells for effects, and traps for setups. Oh, and Exodi... Oh, there they go.
Okay, if Yugi's deck is so good, why isn't it the meta? Put
'Cause
me
it's
in,
not that
Ghost.
good.
Face my 2,000 card
Oh
deck.
my
Don't be
goodness.
too quick to judge. Yugi's a very clever strategist. His style works best at maximizing the use of so-called terrible cards.
Yeah, cool story, Wiz. But what's he gonna do about the 3 blue eyes Kaiba's got aiming at his dome?
Simple. Summon the monster card Karibo and have him multiply.
Okay, I still want Yugi to win, but full disclaimer, like, especially in early Yu-Gi-Oh, like, you know, early Duelist Kingdom, things like that, they were just making up rules. Let's be real here. Him fusing the arrow or his zombie mammoth with the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon absolutely makes no sense. Like all of that, they were just making up everything as they went along. Do not tell me that this guy had strategy to make his bad cards good. He just cheated. Let's just be real with that. Yugi 100% just made up rules as he went along.
With a 1,000 strong meat shield, a dragon's breath is a gentle breeze.
Well, okay. Didn't know Yugi had that dog in him. But I'm about brute force. Buster Blader and Celtic Guardian are sick.
Did this man just put Buster Blader next to Celtic Guardian? Okay.
Nasty swordsman, Summon Skull shoots bolts of lightning, and the giant soldier of stone can destroy moons.
Yep.
Time Wizard's better. It's a living clock that fast forwards or rewinds.
Time
the
Wizard's a
local area of
50-50.
time, turning monsters to infants or wizards into wise sages.
Speaking of wizardry, you can't have a Yugi deck without his right hand, Dark Magician, and his apprentice, Dark Magician Girl.
Both are masters of dark magic, and Yugi often pairs them with the damage redirecting magic cylinder. Now that's thinking with portals.
There's support monsters too. Catapult Turtle is a bot with a cannon that literally launches other monsters. And when Yugi comboed it with Gaia and Swords of Revealing Light, which immobilizes monsters, they brought down an entire fortress. Wait, that's not how the card game works.
nope.
Is he cheating?
Well, we're prioritizing the manga and anime over anything else, which can differ from the real-world card game.
Okay.
Yugi also
Okay.
has tons of spell cards. Monster Reborn resurrects a fallen friend. Turn Jump is a time skip, and Pot of Greed lets Yugi draw 2
Okay,
more
so
cards.
yeah,
Like
Ash doesn't
Pot of
stand a
Greed
chance.
lets him draw 2 more
If we're
cards,
using
If he's
every
the
card in his
best,
arsenal,
he has more trap cards to level the field, like Dimension Sphinx, which reflects damage directly back at the opponent's life points.
and if his monsters and life points get wiped, he can just press Ctrl-Z with Mirage Ruler to get them all back.
Pair these cards with Yugi and Yami's teamwork, and nothing could stand in their way. Not even the game's own creator, Pegasus.
Get this, Pegasus can read minds. So in their duel, Yugi and Yami kept swapping souls Freaky Friday style, trusting each other to pick up on the strategies they left behind. And the mind reader was stumped. Yeah, they cheated.
No, Pegasus was reading their minds. Regardless, Yugi and Yami are an excellent dueling pair. Yami trusts Yugi to improve on his plans, while Yugi expects Yami to be his bolder half.
They're not just smart. These card-slinging geeks are somehow expected to be fit enough to dodge lasers.
See, there we go,
resist getting
dodging
their
lasers
souls
again.
ripped out, and survive attacks from duel monsters. Even the most common duel monster can cause tsunamis, rain down meteors, and wreck cities.
And all of this power culminated in Battle City, hosted by Kaiba Corp.
Because Kaiba really wanted that salty run back against his rival.
Salt only surpassed by Yami's biggest hater, Merrick, who wanted the 3 Egyptian god cards to take him out. These cards were Slifer, the Electric Dragon, Ra, the God Phoenix, and Obelisk, who strikes with the power of infinity.
This was a different ball game altogether, but Yugi was starting to stand on his own 2 feet.
So Yami and Yugi kept dueling on in a battle city that never wants to end. Or stop.
Battle City was still the best
to
arc.
claim the Egyptian gods, Yugi and Yami had to face them in duels, pulling off some ridiculously high IQ plays.
When battling Slifer, they used a handful of weak cards to create an infinite combo of attacks that went past the gods' limits.
And later, Yugi combined Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl's magic into Black Burning magic, promptly defeating Ra.
This ain't new for the magicians. In the movie Bonds Beyond Time, they did something similar against Paradox. It's kinda crazy that together, the magicians can defeat the 10-star gods, which are way stronger than mid-tier monsters that are 5 to 9 stars.
Mid-tier cards aren't pushovers. Dark Dragon is a sentient black hole. Planet
Oh,
alignment.
are they
through the
actually
solar
power
system,
scaling the
and
individual
James
cards?
Glownios destroyed a relativity field that spawned an entire universe.
But at the
Oh my
top would be
goodness.
the great evil god Zork, who showed up to plunge existence into the realm of darkness. It
Yeah,
was
I never
time
got
for
into
Yugi to
Zork.
finish the
I
puzzle
stopped
of
watching
who
at this
Yami
point.
really is.
If the monsters weren't real before, they sure were now. Everyone has soul energy, Ba, which manifests as Ka, or a spirit. When used in tandem with the bonds of his cards, Yugi can will dual monsters into reality, even drawing anyone he wishes by believing in the heart of the cards.
I knew it! He's been cheating all this time! He doesn't just make up rules, he's stacking his deck!
Not
Yep.
at all. For Yugi, drawing the card he needs isn't just luck, it's an actual skill that he developed. It's even expanded in following series like GX and 5D.
It's not a skill, my guy. It's called
Well,
counting
I'd be the
cards.
king
He's
of
just
games
counting the
too
cards.
If I could just decide I have a royal flush every round.
Whatever. Yami rediscovered his Egyptian past, his multiple lifelong bonds, and his real name, Atem. Claiming his place as the ruler of the afterlife, Atem fused the Egyptian god cards to summon Harakti, the creator of light.
She's the ultimate duel monster who banished Zork and all of his scary darkness for good. The epitome of screw you, I win.
No kidding, for Harakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's multiverse with that same light.
Okay, but how many people are summoning her just to link summon something else, right? Like, she doesn't fall into any of the combos nowadays. She's obsolete.
Judgment had passed. Across many duels, evil was vanquished. There was only one more thing left to do.
A post-game boss duel between Yugi and Atem.
Their farewell was both climactic and bittersweet. Yugi had grown as a duelist and a person. His victory proved that he no longer needed Atem's help to be his bolder half.
Even when Atem was an entire dimension away or busy slapping the end of existence, he and Yugi would always be bros. Okay, it should have been me, not him. I'm sorry I called you a cheater. I was jealous. You're so cool.
Yugi moved on to a career in game design and passed the torch to future duelists. He would be remembered as
Game
the greatest
design.
duelist there ever was.
Except to Kaiba, who tried to ascend to the afterlife to rematch Atem.
Wait, where is this from? Is this from... You know, I don't think I've seen all the Yu-Gi-Oh movies. Is this from one of the movies? Did Kaiba actually break into the afterlife just to get a rematch? Jesus, my guy, let it go.
Goes to show you that money can't buy you happiness, but it sure can buy you a sweet rocket ship.
There will always be another story, another duel, another game, and you won't find yourself a better opponent than the king of games.
The Battle of the Millennium is about to start, but we wouldn't be able to make it happen without some help from our friends at Raycon.
That's right, this message is sponsored by Raycon. If you're looking for a holiday gift, Raycon's essential open earbuds should be at the top of your list.
Regular earbuds block out everything, but these beauties sit so perfectly in the ear you get both real clear sound and also what's happening around you. Exactly what I need when I'm out lawnmower racing, or bike riding, jogging, whatever normal people do.
We're happy that Raycon is a longtime sponsor of our show, and for good reason. They have over 3 million customers who are getting premium sound quality for half the price. And if you don't like your earbuds, they have a 30-day guarantee, so there's practically no risk.
They're lightweight, last up to 8 hours on one charge, and with multi-point connection, I can wirelessly hook them up to multiple devices. So they're super handy.
The essential open earbuds are here
Yep,
for the holiday
yep,
season,
Raycon.
and they're selling fast. Raycon audio products are up to 20% off this.
This is a long ad
holiday
read.
season. Just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/deathbattleopen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. Order by December 15th to guarantee delivery by Christmas, because great gifts shouldn't show up late.
Cool.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Before we start, let's lay some ground rules.
We're treating this as a real-time fight, much like typical battles in the Pokemon anime and duels later on in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. And given that the
Okay,
rules
so
of
not
Pokemon
turn-based.
and duel monsters are clearly incompatible, we'll allow them to summon anything that's reasonably available to them.
It's time to death battle!
Okay, I'm still rooting for Yugi. I hope they don't end up giving it to Ash, because in terms of IP, we all know Pokemon is definitely the bigger force there.
You okay, Pikachu? This 4-on-4 is tricky. Hang in there!
You have Spirit, but I have Lightning Blade and Excalibur to boost my attack. And I set one card face down.
Starting that man off with 4,000 life points.
Okay, guys, it's our turn now. Pikachu, throw him up with quick attack. Everyone else, back him up!
Celtic Guardian's not winning that.
Great job! Now, Thunderbolt!
Don't get ahead of yourself. You forgot about my face down card. Rise! Dimension Sphinx!
I do appreciate that Yugi was going for the kill. He was going straight for Ash.
Oh, I get it. Good thing we brought them all, right, Pikachu?
What do you mean, them all?
Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. It's everybody.
Charizard, I choose
How many cards did you draw there, Yugi? Oh, jeez. Oh, what is this song they got playing, though? Come on, you didn't multiply Karibo?
Aha!
Okay, they're actually doing Slifer justice here, though. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Wait, what? Yeah, again, I'm still surprised that Yugi actually has like a barrier. Oh, no. Okay, so here it goes.
Don't worry, it's my turn now. I just need to believe in the heart of the cards.
Who's that Pokemon?
Araxi, goddess of light! This is it! Magicians, flash burning magic! Araxi, Joser!
Okay, so that's just a wipe, right? Swords. Now hit him with a Mirror Force.
Pikachu, let's finish this. Together!
Oh, that's pretty sick.
10 million volt Thunderbolt!
You activated my trap card! Magic Magic
No, he
Cylinder!
didn't.
With
No,
it,
he
I'll
didn't.
send your Thunderbolt back to attack your light points directly!
Did Yugi really just magical cylinders for the win? I gotta give that props. That's actually. Hey, they never see it coming. They never see magical cylinders
was an
coming.
awesome duel, Ash.
KO! Oh, my childhood. Whiz, quick! I need your tears. We can save him.
There's a lot to this, so let's break it down by experience, strategy, and monsters. Starting with experience. Both Ash and Yugi have risen to the top, beating the best of the best, and traveled all over the world.
But Ash traveled more, was in more tourneys, and saved the world way more often. And despite what people say, he wins a lot.
Even Atem's stint as the Pharaoh doesn't tip the scale since he wasn't in charge for very long. Plus, Pokemon evolve over time, literally and figuratively. While Yugi's deck is obviously adjustable, the cards are unchanging, unable to grow like Ash's Pokemon.
So Ash wins in experience, but when it comes to strategy, he's a wild card.
He's skilled at improvisation and using the environment to win. Even machines cannot comprehend his tactics.
But the same goes for Yugi. Gotta remember, Yugi and Atem's teamwork is second to none. They're masters at exploiting weaknesses, setting up tricks.
I mean, how much of it is Yugi and how much of it is Atem?
Cards.
Both could likely adjust to each other's unpredictability, so a Dark Horse style win was unlikely.
But Ash's secret weapon is his bond with his Pokemon, boosting their power. I'm not just talking about Pikachu. His power of friendship invented an evolution for Greninja. That's crazy. Ash's trust in his Pokemon knows no limits.
Silly as it may sound, Yugi trusts his deck in the same way. The heart of the cards is real, and Yugi is determined to support his monsters with spells, traps, and buffs. Look at his duels with Merrick and Paradox, where he bolstered his weaker cards to take down gods. With Ba and Ka, his bonds with his cards manifest them into reality, not so dissimilar from Ash Greninja.
Yeah, Ash has aura, but he never mastered it. And specialties like Mega Evolution and Gigantamax, while awesome, only work with specific Pokemon.
And since Ash focuses on offense far more than support, Yugi could control the pace of the fight with cards like Swords of Revealing
See,
Light
that's what I
and
was
Magic
saying. The
Cylinder.
support cards.
But I know some of you are asking, what if Ash threw hands? The kid's strong enough to chuck trees and lift baby gods. Just punch him, man. Well, Yugi's similarly tough, and the Millennium Puzzle can make shields, steal ghosts, cast illusions, and mess with minds. If Ash actually tried to punch him, it'd be Mewtwo all over again.
It's a close call, but Yugi takes the edge in strategy.
So it all comes down to the monsters. Yugi had a slightly larger pool of monsters, but Ash's can clear out island-wide storms, fight
That's insane.
terraforming beasts, and are stronger than the black hole summoning Gardevoir.
However, Yugi's can rain down meteors, compete with larger black holes, and even the mid-tiers scale to glow Neos, destroying that relativity field with a universe. And Herakti created Yu-Gi-Oh's whole multiverse, surpassing
geez.
even Solgaleo's Sunsteel Strike and Dialga's Roar of Time.
And Yugi had more than just monsters on the field. Ash's strength was also his weakness. His power was evenly spread, reliant only on his remaining Pokemon.
If Mr. Mime faints, no more Psychic Barriers. If he lost Lucario, no more Mega Evolution, and so on. The longer the battle went, the less Pokemon Ash had, and he did not have a reliable way to bring them back. He
So he's
doesn't
playing by
carry
Nuzlocke
revives
rules.
on them.
Gotcha.
And even then, reviving Pokemon in the anime is entirely different from the games. Meanwhile, Yugi had cards like Mirage Ruler and Monster Reborn that could instantly recall powers he's lost.
And he can, bend fate to draw whatever card he wants. And we didn't even cover them all. Really, Yugi's deck has no
That's he didn't play Blackluster Soldier.
card he wants. And we didn't even cover
I know I saw him. Yeah, he never played Blackluster Soldier.
Really, Yugi's deck has no pathetic cards.
Exactly. Yugi's versatility and power swept Ash's options, giving his monsters the lead. He just needed the right moment to knock Ash stone cold.
That was a good attempt at a pun, Wiz. You might not think it's Pharaoh, but Ash got Yugi owned.
The winner is Yugi Moto.
Okay, so I'm happy that Yugi won that. Again, I didn't see a world where Ash was going to be able to take that. But then again, I clearly am not familiar with either of theirs like final stories. I don't know what all Ash got into. I didn't know he'd caught like a Solgaleo or a Gengar. That's actually kind of impressive. But I 100% Yugi the whole way. He didn't even pull out all of his no Blackluster Soldier, and I'm trying to think what else. I didn't see. He never summoned Dark Magician of Chaos. Like he didn't do any of his crazy stuff. Like he was definitely had way more room to play around with. But yeah, okay. I'm happy with the outcome. I'm happy that Yugi ended up taking the win on there. I need to go figure out where I can find season 0 because I was completely unaware of a lot of that from just watching the original base anime and just from what I remember the card game. Because once I started playing the card game, I kind of fell off of the actual show. I guess in the respects of both of them. Once I started playing like the Pokemon video games, I didn't really watch the anime for it that much. But all right, this was actually pretty fun. I think they did a really good job in terms of the fight scene. That's probably one of the crazier death battles I've seen in a minute. But I haven't seen a lot of their content recently. I need to go back and see if there's any good death battles I've missed recently. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's episode, and I'll catch you on the next one.